Hey guys, welcome to a new series we're doing with Jody. Jody's one of our new ambassadors. He's our preparedness expert. This series is going to be about bags, and we're going to use Vertx bags for the series. Looking at the Vertx bags in the eyes of a person who's focused on preparedness. Mm-hmm. This is the everyday carry bag that Jody's chosen. This is a bag that he carries every day to work. I do love the Transit Sling. You can tell the 3.0 bags by the little diamonds on the back here, or the little Vertx symbols rather. And the cool thing about the Transit Sling is the 1 through 3 versions, 1 to 3. It's the same ballistic for Premier body armor.
That's cool. Yeah, cool. You turned me onto this bag, the Vertx Transit Sling 3.0. I had another Vertx bag, and I want to preface EDC, which means everyday carry. Once we go through this series of bags, you'll see some redundancy, right? It does look a little thick, doesn't it?
It is a little thick.
Yeah. So there's a reason behind everything, and I'll tell you how this stages for me. So number one, everyday carry on the body. So I have my defensive firearm, I have a spare mag, I carry a tourniquet, a defensive light, flashlight, as well as a pocket knife, and a compact compression bandage, kind of like
all on your body.
Yeah,
okay.
It's all here right now.
This
and
is
my cell phone.
Yeah, Jody's a businessman. He works in Charlotte.
Yep.
You know, obviously go by the laws or the rules of your establishment, but you where you work at, you know, they're cool with all that.
Yep.
And you never know that you're carrying all that on your body.
Concealed.
And then this is an addition to that.
This is an addition to it.
And this is you were telling me that this is in case you can't get back to your car.
Yeah, that's the whole, and that's why it's a little thick, right? So the get home bag that lives in the car. Okay. This is in case something happens and I've got to make my way back home. There's been an emergency, and I have things to help that journey.
Have you thought about a scenario that would not let you go back to your car?
Yeah, there are scenarios, and of course they're fluid too, right? Let's just say there was a bad storm and a bunch of debris fell in the parking lot, smashed my car, like hit the building, and we're all evacuating out of the front. All of a sudden a fire, sparked because a gas line burst.
Okay.
But I grabbed this out the door.
So at least it could be anything. It could be an EMP. It could be It could be emergency evacuation. Yep. It could be anything. You got in this bag in your office more than 90% of the people that are out there. Correct. You're prepared for any situation that you may face in your workspace that might go south.
This could be bug in too. Okay. I could be in my office. Okay. Something could happen. We had a gas leak not too long ago in the city of Charlotte. Ended up being not that serious. Excuse me. This may have some sustainment items that I need for the day until they clear that out.
It could be a lockdown. We actually went in lockdown here.
Same thing.
Several months ago, and it was kind of crazy to think about. Like, hey, we got a call. There was a police chase, and all this kind of stuff, and like don't leave the building. And we're all scrambling around thinking like, now we're thinking about this.
Right.
So
happens in downtown Charlotte
more than you
think.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that is why this is a little robust.
Yeah. Okay.
And you'll see that there are specific EDC items that I need that are relatable to my job, and then there's also things that would be nice to have in an everyday scenario. No emergency, right? But it'd be nice to have, and we'll get into it. So this center pocket here, we kind of start.
So he's got the laptop in there.
So we're pulling out the laptop. So every day, sometimes I use an iPad.
Sure. So the Transit Sling has a dedicated spot for a 15-inch laptop, ready to go. You got your charger in there.
This is the charger for it. Also, I carry a spare battery bank.
Okay.
And this has multi-purposes, and I'll show you here in a second. Pair of glasses.
Okay.
It's readers.
You need those.
So this is practical.
Yeah.
This also in a situation where I may have to take this and take off through the woods, I can protect my eyes.
Sure. So you think at what point can you start a fire with readers? Is there a certain magnification?
Man, that's a tricky situation. But I think that if we had dedicated sunlight, we could definitely get a spark going with 1.5.
Okay, cool.
Of course, a higher magnification is better. Yeah, but that's a great
in a
question.
couple of years.
Yeah, I know. I'll have beer goggles on, or whatever you want to call them. Okay, so inside here too, this here, people are going to be like, what in the world? What is this?
I'm thinking that same thing.
Okay, so what this is actual, people refer to it as a ham radio. I don't have a ham license.
Yeah.
However, I have a friend who owns a company called Radio Made Easy that helps people that aren't radio guys like myself program all the local, what they call repeaters, and what's called GMRS and the NOAA weather stations. So I can turn this on and I can gather intel. So I can hear the weather, the local weather, and the local stations where people are transmitting to gather intel. Because what happened, we got an EMP, you said, or the cell phones went out. Verizon just had a big outage in Tennessee. Nobody's cell phones were working. Now I can turn this on, I can gather intel, and in an emergency I can talk without a license.
So the ham radio in an emergency situation is less likely to fail than the cell towers?
That's correct, because this is line of sight.
Okay.
So most of the repeaters are on generators or solar. So this antenna, when I actually deploy it up in the air, is going to line of sight to what's called a repeater and bounce to another one, and I cover a wider range of area.
So these ham radio guys, they're...
Ham radio guys, no offense if any of you are, they're kind of a-holes. I don't like them.
Really?
So that's why my friend Radio Made Easy made this really relatable to somebody like me who doesn't quite know all the ins and outs yet about this.
Maybe we could do a dedicated video.
Yeah, we should, definitely, because it's with what's going on with the cell phone outages and power brownouts and stuff, this should be a critical.
Is there a way that you could have one of those and be able to communicate with your family member?
100%.
If your son had one or your
Yes.
wife had one,
They all have one.
and then you could tune to a certain channel. Is that how it
100%.
works?
Yep, and that's what I've got. There's one in everyone's car.
That's very cool.
Yep, or bag.
Yeah.
So then you go into this inner pocket here. Have a little pen light. Could be everyday, like I can't see good, so this is an everyday item. I carry backup batteries, AAA, AA, for items that might be in the bag.
Okay.
Or there might be something in my office, a remote to the projector, and it ran out of batteries, but we're out of batteries everywhere, so now I've got batteries.
Those are cool little... And they're not cheap batteries, too. They're rechargeable.
Those are Energizer rechargeable. A lot of times I carry lithium as well. This is a Write in the Rain notepad. This could be just for notes every day.
Yeah.
But also, let's say I am trying to get home and I need to write a note. Hey, I'm not in my office.
Sure.
I'm on the way home. I tape it up. And we dig a little further. We have the pen, the Write in the Rain pen. We have a standard Sharpie marker and a standard pen. These are everyday things that I need. Yeah. This is a little razor knife. I'm always cutting open boxes.
Okay.
I have my pocket knife on me, but this also could go with me. Extra charging cables for all the items in my bag. For this phone, I've got it for the battery bank, and this is also for my iPhone, which I carry an iPhone. So that's everything in this middle everyday pocket.
One of the things I like about the new 2023 Vertx series or the 3.0 bags, they come with these placards, and you can put.
That was really cool.
It's got MOLLE, but you can also attach anything with these bungee straps like a
tourniquet would be good.
Just real quick, grab a hold of it.
Yeah. So let's go to the back panel. This gets a little trickier, and I want you to ask a lot of questions because people are going to be like, "What in the world's it got all this stuff for?" Right? But the beautiful thing is this is all practical as well as if I couldn't get to my car.
Okay.
So first, this is a boo-boo kit.
Okay.
This is a little pouch that SOE, a friend of mine, makes. I also made this a boo-boo kit and a hygiene kit.
Okay.
So what happens is inside of here, I got moleskin. What if I had to walk home?
Okay.
I get hot spots on my feet.
Sure.
Yep.
This is speaking from a middle-aged man.
Yeah, of course. I got little wet wipes.
Yeah, who doesn't need wet wipes?
Yep. I might have to boo-boo. I might need to clean my face.
All right. This is practical for the office as well.
That's exactly.
I love these whisk things.
Yeah.
They're not super great for the environment, but they're pretty cool if you need to want to brush your teeth, and they've got the toothpaste built right into them.
Right, that's what I'm saying. These things I can use in my office every day. My vitamins and medicine, like I might be working at the office late.
Sure.
So I've got that. I don't have to worry about coming home.
A legit boo-boo kit.
This is a little boo-boo kit with Band-Aids, a little expandable towel, skin glue, tweezers, alcohol prep pads.
I've seen these expandable towels used as toilet paper too.
Yep. It has multiple purposes. I can clean my face. I can use it as toilet paper. I can use the alcohol wipes to start a fire if I were needing that.
Okay.
Something else in here I could start a fire with if I needed to would be hand sanitizer. So I can clean my hands. I can start a fire.
Also, you just drench some kindling in the.
So anything. Well, there's a lot of things in here. You can use duct tape. Duct tape is a good one. I have paracord in here. I have paper items that are within here that I could start kindling with. So we think that no more than whatever the walking distance from our work to home, this needs to sustain us.
Okay.
So let's say 10 hours.
I do like the idea of having a hygiene kit there for at work as well. You never know if we're going to get the more stuff in there, but I can kind of already see
what's happening.
Stomach ache or whatever.
So got a little more robust wipe.
You had Indian food for lunch.
Indian food for lunch. Now I've got a headache. Okay. My Tylenol, my Advil. I've got some bigger bandages.
That's smart.
My Imodium.
Okay.
I have my triple antibiotic ointment. I cut my hand at work, right? Yeah. I just put a little ointment because the employee first aid kit is out of this stuff, right?
So it's generic Neosporin, right?
Neosporin, yep. I have some chapstick. I can also create some other opportunities with this. I can lube zippers. Can help with chapped lips. Another one of those towels. These are invaluable in my opinion.
Does this have? I need those readers here, but is this flammable too, or is this?
You can definitely.
I'm thinking like a candle or something.
Yep, you can definitely do that. Yeah, so this has multi-purpose, so good call there. Now, again, some more bandages and stuff. So, emergency. Maybe I'm not feeling too good, I had a cold, or I stayed up too late the night before.
Vitamin C, you never know.
Vitamin C, right.
Yeah, it can be work wonders.
So here's one thing that you can't go without is water, right? And then your electrolytes. So I put a little electrolyte packs in here. So if I do, in the office, I get sick, I'm having some stomach issues, this may help. Or if I had to leave, and this is the only thing I have, this will sustain me. And then for me, I throw a couple little coffee packs in there. And these are eye drops, last thing. How many times have you got something in your eye at the office and eye drops could help?
Sure, if you wear contacts, it could be contact.
Contacts. What if I'm going 10 hours to get back home? It'd be pretty cool to soak my contacts and put my readers on.
Yeah.
I could use this, soak my contacts in, put my readers on. I'll leave things in the original packaging just to keep them flat. This is what's called a shamag. So it has many purposes like a bandana. I can use it to filter heavy particles in the water. I can use it as a head wrap, especially if I'm walking home in the sun. Use it as a sweat rag. Use it as an improvised sling. There's so many uses. Like, we can get into all that later. This is the Premier Bleed Control Kit. Yeah. How cool is this? I love it. I carry own body medical.
And look how small.
Yep, it's very compact.
In the bag.
Exactly.
So this is a product we spent, 6 months developing, getting it just right.
Yep.
Just perfect.
I love it. I think it's great, and it's this is more probably me handing off to somebody because I have my own medical for myself on my body, or if something really went bad, I may have to break this open for myself. So all these little overflow pouches, I love them because they Velcro in.
So these don't come with the Transit Sling. This is the overflow medium and the overflow small. What I like about that overflow small,
I got two of them.
Is they come in one package.
That was cool.
And it all attaches to this hook and loop system.
All this stuff here. The cool thing is I could write what's on there.
Sharpie.
Yeah, with my Sharpie. Yeah. So these little modules all have a purpose. Some of them are every day in the office, non-emergency, but some of them sustain a potential lock-in or a bug out that I couldn't get to my car with. So we'll start at this larger one. So this is a spare mag for my everyday carry. I have one in my pocket as well.
Okay. So I guess you 3 mags total?
3 mags total. This is what's called a pocket smoke.
Okay, now we're getting a little serious.
Yeah, yeah. It looks serious, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Let me explain too. This is really small though, right? I may have evacuated the building because of the fire, and there's no really emergency outside of that. And I get down the road and the first responders are actually now looking for people. I could create a signal with this.
Okay.
So
And there's no way that thing's going to go off without you pulling it.
I have to pull it, and there's no. It's no. It just creates smoke out of this hole here, and it's non.
And it's
power
red because it's
red,
yeah.
which red is for emergency.
Okay, cool.
So this is strictly for a signal emergency.
Not smoke screens.
No. I do have.
You have one? Is it over here in this bag?
No, it doesn't live in this bag.
Okay.
So
the
I
smoke
do.
screen's a different bag.
Smoke screen's a different bag.
Okay.
Emergency blanket, Mylar blanket. In case something did happen and we had to bug in, gets cold at night. I got the emergency blanket. Someone may have gotten hurt, went into shock. You want to get their body heat contained when you're performing medical, so this is an invaluable item.
There's one of those in that kit too.
Yep. So yeah, redundancy. You know, the old saying is 2 is 1, 1 is none.
There you go.
I have a little emergency poncho.
That's important.
Yeah.
Being wet and cold
Sucks.
is the worst.
Yeah, it's terrible. So maybe I'm trying to hoof it home.
Yeah.
I need the poncho.
That's super lightweight too.
Little multi-tool, nothing fancy. It's not a Leatherman or anything, but it has all the little items.
Get it out of here.
Yeah, if it's not a Leatherman.
It's not a Leatherman.
I agree.
Or Gerber.
Gerber makes good ones. So, you know, I may just want to pop a bottle at work. Somebody needs a bottle opener.
Okay.
Paracord has many uses. This is just a little 25-foot hank of paracord. I can use it. My shoestrings break. I've got my little razor knife. I can create new shoestrings. Lots of uses. I could be in a weird situation where we did lock down, and the office I'm in, I can't lock, but I can create a barrier and tie.
Not all paracord is not created equally, right?
That's correct.
You want to get the 7-strand.
The
right?
7-strand.
Yeah, that's going to give you.
I can also start a fire with those inner strands as well.
Yeah, because you can cut them open, and there's 7 strands
Yep,
in there.
that's correct. Yep. So you know what you're talking about.
I mean, a little bit.
Yeah. These are zip ties.
Yeah.
Same thing, practical. I may need to just zip tie something to my bag. I may want to have a cord keeper.
Right.
My office. I mean, these just have unimaginable uses, right? This is just a little fold-up pair of scissors. Just need to cut them.
Redundant on probably what's
Redundant
already
from
there.
the multi-tool. Yeah.
So who doesn't want folding scissors?
Yeah, exactly. And I can hand that to somebody who doesn't want to use a knife, and they can cut the paracord or whatever.
Is there a needle and thread kit in here somewhere?
Not in this one.
What?
No.
What if you get a hole in your shirt or something like that?
I love it. I'm just trying to get home.
Okay.
So I
Every day.
love that question. Every day, you know what? That's a good addition. Maybe we should add that in
one.
there. Look at that. I think he's the expert, and we need to. I'm definitely. That's what we do. We learn from each other. So he's thinking something that I'm not. You guys comment below. You'll think of something we haven't thought about.
Exactly. Well,
And that's how we grow.
better together.
For sure. All right, so I've got these two. This is a big lighter.
Okay.
What's that around it?
Looks like you got some duct tape on there.
Yep, duct tape. Duct tape you can do about anything with, right?
Yeah, so you just take the regular duct tape and wind it
Just
on there.
wind it.
It
Yep.
doesn't lose any of the stickiness.
No.
You say you can start a fire with this
Yes.
too?
Yes.
Obviously with the lighter.
Yep. Yeah. You want to take the lighter and burn the duct tape,
The
but
duct
it
tape
will
is
burn.
flammable?
Yes. But also for repairs.
Yeah. Duct
So
tape
maybe
is-
I'll just put duct tape
Yeah.
instead of sewing
I
up
love the
sewing up my shirt.
yeah. What is that? The not the rhino tape or
the 100-mile-an-hour tape or the gorilla tape.
Gorilla tape,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
stuff.
It's
Once you stick it on there,
it's not coming off. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. So you saw a little pin light. That's more for every day. I need my readers. I carry a flashlight on body, but I have one that's a little more robust in case we're traveling at night or something.
That's just LED too.
It's just a Cree
Passcode,
LED, just an inexpensive.
Walmart,
yeah.
$5, $10 kind
Yeah,
of.
exactly.
It does have one of those.
It does zoom in and out.
Yeah, that's cool.
So I carry a Surefire every day. So that's
yeah.
But this is just a redundancy, right? A little cheap headlamp.
Huh.
I can put it on. I can read. Maybe I'm doing medical. I need to see a little closer. Just
I don't
a little
think I've
cheap
ever seen
headlamp.
one. This is Ozark Trails, a little
Yep.
Walmart.
Yep.
I don't think I've ever seen one that small, but that's a good
And
idea.
I keep the.
Oh yeah.
When I pull that, it saves the battery. So.
Cool. Nice.
Yep. And then just some snap sticks. This may be a situation, again, emergency. I can take and I can tie the paracord on, break the red, zip it
Chem
around,
lights, yeah.
try to see.
These during power outages, I know we're at EDC and we're
Yeah.
at work, but when power would go out, and my kids were really young,
Yeah.
like 5, and
Snap
one,
Yeah.
give it to them, they would calm right down.
Yep.
And they felt once they had this, and it would stick with them. They wanted to get to bed with them,
Yeah,
and
that
this
is.
would get them to sleep when the power went out.
That
So,
is all of it.
yeah, there's something to these with children. I think,
Say maybe we are in a lock-in at the
Yeah.
office and
someone's panicking.
somebody's panicking and the lights did go out. We break one and we give it to them,
Sure.
right? Because we have our headlamp and our pocket light and we have our EDC light.
This is just a cheap.
97-cent glow
And
stick.
then
This
one's
is a little
more,
nicer.
it's
Yeah.
red,
Yeah.
12-hour. This could be more emergency, flagging somebody down,
Yeah.
something like that at night. But they make them in all different colors.
Yep. There's a lot of options, and
Yeah.
again, you can carry as many as you want or as little as you want. This is my little pokey bag. You know, we were talking about that.
Yeah, you were. I know.
Pokey, you're like, that's some kind of like redneck term, right? And I'm like, actually, it's Japanese. My grandfather fought in World War II, and he would hand me a bag of like treats and say, here's your pokey bag, son. Or
Right.
and I was like, what is that? So Japanese, it means a little sweet bag. This is kind of a sustenance bag just to get you home. There's some redundancy here, but some almonds.
There you go.
This is something you want to update quite frequently,
Yeah.
right?
Well,
You
hey,
don't.
when you're at the office and you're hungry,
Oh,
and
yeah.
you
Think
forgot your
about
lunch or something like that, you're
Right.
like, these almonds are going to go a long way. You
Yeah.
know, you guys got to remember to
Replenish.
replenish.
Yeah, any of this stuff you can use every day. That's why it's an EDC bag. But just stock it back. That way you have
Yeah.
it for next time. Some little power bars, some little chocolates for energy, some more redundancy, some electrolyte pouches, beef jerkies. So just some sustenance. So I want to snack at work, or I am having a hoof at home.
Yeah.
And the most important thing I'm going to need is water.
If you're wet and you're hungry,
Oh Lord, just it's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna give up and die. And then last thing, these are a couple little water bags. They're stand-up water bags, so you could fill these, tie them together.
Huh.
Maybe take the paracord, tie it on your bag, so as your
these are specifically made for water.
Mm-hmm.
These
And
are-
it's
these are
gusseted to
called
stand up.
Whirl pack, and that's going to seal.
Yep, it's gonna seal up.
Huh.
Yep, so it is a water bag.
Cool. Never seen this before.
Yeah, pretty neat item. All right, yay. So, and well, the most important thing,
Yeah. Come
man,
on. Yeah.
this is the most important thing here, is I make sure I have my, and this goes everywhere with me and everything. My Premier body armor.
This one
Soft
weighs
panel.
1 pound.
I know it's crazy.
So, super lightweight. It'll accept it. Actually, you can put one in each, so you could have.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
and,
it does
and the
make the bag
beautiful
a
thing
little bit
about
heavier,
this
yeah.
bag is I can take it and I can shield myself this way, right? I can just sling it across me,
Sure.
shield myself, right?
So it's going to cover your. It's going to cover your cardiac box.
Yep.
Yeah, this is not really a sling, but this is a for your luggage. Where you
Right,
put this over
right.
your carry-on or
Yep.
whatever. But it does. You could use it as a sling.
I
Or a
love
shield, rather.
a shield. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I love that. I love that option. So
All right. I'm dying to see what's in the. front
okay,
page.
yes. So one thing is water, right? You got to have water, and the reason I don't have this filled is, and I'll show you, is I'm hoping I can fill it on the way out. But in an inner city, there's spigots on every building. But guess what? You can't just turn those on.
Right.
So there's this thing called a Silcock key or a water key.
Right.
So I can take it and turn the water on, I can fill it up. Inside of here, I have the Sawyer Mini. What a Sawyer Mini is this a water filter. Let's just say I'm hoofing it out and the only thing I have is the creek to scoop up water.
Right.
So now I'm gonna, excuse me. All right, we'll just catch that one later. But now I'm gonna filter it out.
Okay.
This is also a clean bag, a squeeze bag that Sawyer gives with you.
How does this work? This is not like the Life Straw. Does Sawyer make the Life Straw too, or is
No, Life Straw is different. What I do like about this is good for 100,000 gallons. What I do here, and this is cool because if I have a
I have no idea what I'm doing.
it's cool. The bottle we just dropped
Yeah.
has the same screw,
Really?
so I could fill this bag up with dirty water,
Okay.
right? And I can take it and I can drink out of this end.
Okay, so you literally don't need this. This could be a straw though.
This
too.
could be a
So
straw.
it's kind of like a Life Straw as well.
Yep, and it's if I wanted to get down in dirty water, I could use this. But this is also here to help flush. If I
Okay.
want to flush this. So sometimes if I drink too much dirty water, excuse me, if I filter too much dirty water, I can put this on the end, blow and flush that out.
Okay.
So,
So you like this product better than the Life Straw?
I have several Life Straws in
They're
different
twice as big
bags.
as this though.
They are, and this is 100,000 gallons.
Okay. Wow.
Sawyer Mini.
Doesn't
I like this.
Doesn't weigh
A little
anything.
more compact. Also, it comes with a little squeeze bag,
This is kind of like this is an Nalgene.
Nalgene bottle.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's got this cap on the top here.
Yep. Cap
And so
on.
you can go the big mouth like that,
Yep.
but then it's also got. And is this like universal?
So this is kind of like just your 20-ounce bottle. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to take that from
does
you.
it work on like?
Yeah, but like your 20-ounce
does it
drink
work
bottle.
on like a soda bottle or something
Yes.
like that too?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. So screw it on, drink through it. One thing I will say is make sure you keep your dirty water separate from your clean water because waterborne illnesses are not fun.
In an ideal situation, you'd boil it first, right?
Yeah, and that's another cool thing. I don't want to get there, but if I have to,
Of course.
I have a little stainless camp cup here.
Okay.
You saw I had a couple coffee
you,
packs.
You had that nested in there.
Had it nested in. You saw I had a couple coffee packs.
Yeah.
I might want to pick me up on the way. I need to take it.
And to boil it,
Right.
you don't have a stove or a grate or anything like that. You just set it next to the fire.
Yeah, tell me. This is a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's tell the people how we would do that real quick.
I mean, obviously
You were
wouldn't-
in the Boy Scouts,
You
I'm
wouldn't
sure.
do it with this.
No, you take that out.
Yeah, I would get the coals,
Yep.
and I would put that. I wouldn't put it in the fire. I'd put it.
Put it
close
next to it.
the
We'd start a little fire. We'd get our
Or
fire
you
going.
could use some rocks and to build up and
To
create
build up a
yourself.
little grill. See, I can't wait for the series to really
Yeah,
develop.
it's fun. I mean,
it is
it's
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah, Camping 101 as well.
yeah.
So that's the water system, right? I showed you the Silcock key. This was the one I sent you a picture and you're like, that's awful puffy. Well, I may have to walk back home, so I need an extra pair of socks.
Okay.
I'm old, right? I might get wet. I've got the
Sure.
moleskin, so I got an extra pair of socks.
And that doesn't take up. Those are just ankle socks.
Ankle
They're not
socks.
going to take up a much of room. I
I
mean,
can-
if it's raining and your shoes are wet, changing your socks
Right.
can
make a
huge
You
difference.
talk to a lot of military guys, and they said fresh socks
Socks,
made the world of difference. I put mechanics gloves in there.
Yeah.
So let's just say something happened to the building and there was some glass or whatever. At least I have some protection, or I'm hoofing it in the woods. I'm collecting things. These are just
It's
invaluable.
a great brand
Yeah.
too. I mean, they last. They're not very
Yep.
expensive, and if you have to grab onto, if you have to cut down a tree or something
There you
like
go.
that, you don't want your hands to get cut up.
Yep.
Those are
Mechanics
those are really
gloves.
cool.
And we all been through the mask, but so could have wildfires, right? We just had Canadian wildfires, and I just need to vent it out,
Okay.
help create a little
And then you
barrier.
got filters there for that.
Got filters for
Okay.
that as well. And this is a contractor trash bag.
Okay.
I hope this has many uses, right? I could collect water, rainwater. I could use it. My poncho broke. Have another backup poncho. Let's say the emergency happened and I was on my way home and I needed to kind of hunker down. I could fill this with leaves or something and create a barrier from the
Okay.
ground.
Yeah. So you
Um,
can sleep on this.
Yep, sleep on.
Just zip tie it closed or something.
Zip tie, that's why zip tie paracord, fill it with something to keep a barrier.
Yeah, the
off
older
the-
we get, the less I want to sleep on the ground. You know,
Right.
Like when we're taking the boys
100%.
to Cub Scouts and
Yeah.
You know, thinking, okay.
Yeah, but
I've
we
reached
think
that point.
it could be cold, and
You didn't decide to put anything in the Molly here, though.
so not in here. No, I just kind of filled it up. So I think everybody should carry cash. Let's just say it is. Well, I might just want to tip somebody, and I forgot
Yeah.
cash, or the internet went down for a few hours, and my debit card's not working. I got a little stash of cash.
You know what I did recently with my little stash of cash? It used to be only hundreds. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's thin and light.
Yeah.
But then every incident, you're not going to have to be.
You don't want to give everybody.
You're not going to be able to break a $100 bill. So I
Yeah.
might have 100 or 200s, and then
Yeah.
some 20s in there.
Yeah.
Nothing really smaller than a 20. I think that's going to get you a lot of.
20 will get 20 will get you.
And 100 will get you even further.
Right.
But if you only have 100, then.
So in austere conditions, they said wear an expensive watch. And
Really?
An expensive watch will get you anywhere.
Hmm.
So you just take it off. I need a ride out of country.
There you go.
So the one thing that I'm missing is my map. So I just moved recently, right? I have it all downloaded on my phone,
Sure.
which may not be working. And I have yet to find a localized map in my new county. And I cross around 3 counties, so I'm gonna have to print it out at the office. But I would keep a localized map.
Do you not think that if a local visitor center would have a map?
That's a good idea.
You know, they
Maybe.
may not sell it anymore,
Right.
but I'm sure if you go to the visitor center, like, hey, I want a map, it's probably gonna have a bunch of ads on
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
It may
yeah.
not be built to.
That's a great idea.
It may not be built to.
To like
Scale.
Scale. Yeah,
Yeah.
scale.
Right. Sometimes they're not that, especially
Right.
the advertised type ones, but that's better than nothing.
Yep.
And if you print it, it could, print paper. You could laminate it. You could
That's a
laminate
good
the printed
idea.
paper one.
Well, and in a get home bag, you'll see there might be a compass and a little more robust items, especially in an inch bag. But again, this is for everyday carry, stuff that I'm going to use, stuff that would be nice to have.
I didn't see a compass,
And that's what I'm saying, not in this bag.
so we got to add the little baby compass.
So this is my thought process, but this is the beautiful thing. You can make it work for your environment. Is I've already mentally mapped out my routes to where I'm going. My primary, my alternate, and my tertiary. So I have 3 different routes.
Yeah, you've probably taken those routes
Correct.
different times.
And then I may have to take them on foot. So that's why moleskin, extra socks. That's it, guys. It is a lot, but
It is a lot.
what is not practical? Maybe that's a good question. Why don't you share with us below what you think?
I agree. I mean, at first I thought this is ridiculous.
But it wasn't that heavy, was it?
What's in my EDC bag is this,
Yep.
a laptop and some chargers.
At the minimum, you should have
Yeah,
this.
I do. I'm definitely going to be adding some of these things. Maybe not the contractor's
Yeah,
bag.
you could take that out.
This little light. Is,
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of. I'm gonna definitely have a sewing kit in mine.
Yeah,
just in case.
I do like the sewing kit.
I mean, or in a pinch, could you sew like suture?
Yeah.
Cut or something.
Yeah,
like that, you know?
yeah, for sure.
That's what I would use mine for.
I love it.
All right.
I love it.
All right, guys, this video probably got really long.
Sorry about
We'll
that.
have links in the description for as many things as we can here. A lot of great companies like SOE,
Radio made easy.
Radio Made Easy. We'll link all that stuff. We'll have a link to the functional prepper. Obviously, it makes more sense if there are questions
Yeah, for sure.
and comments. Throw in what you guys think. You think this is ridiculous, Jody?
You're crazy.
Yeah, Jody's.
Well, hey, that's pretty smart. I need to put some almonds in my bag so I
Yeah.
can have a snack.
Salted almonds.
Yeah, salted almonds.
All right, thanks, guys.
Appreciate you.